people who are leading in any activity have to try to lead and to lead with style. In my job, I've been inspired by people who had that ambition, who just do not want to win for themselves, but as well want to win with a certain style. And the big club has to have that ambition, that you can give happiness to people. When we play on a day and somebody wakes up in the morning and thinks, oh, today Arsenal plays, I have a chance to win, to have a great experience today, I've done my job. If we win a game, I've done a very good job. But at least I have to try to give the people that level of that emotionally they will experience something beautiful. And sport can therefore reunite people. You know, we have now the Olympic Games. What does it do, basically, sport? Gets people from all over the world together to know each other. And once you know each other, you're more tolerant. So kids want to be the stars of the future, just to try as early as they can. We have more and more examples in sport that the younger you start, the more chances you have to be a star. You have that example in golf, we have an example in tennis, because the acquisition, the more you know about science, the more we learn that at a very, very young age, the coordination sets itself, and the coordination is the most important part in sport. So to start as early as possible, but to be passionate about it. If you need to have the passion. There's no big star who has no passion for the sport he makes. That's the most important. And then try to have a role model, you know, with similar qualities to you, and try to copy. When you are young, you imitate well. So it is important that you have an imitation of the right person. If you want to be a clown, you need to imitate a clown, you know, but people do that very well. When they are very young, they do that very well. So for football play, it's the same. Try to see who you are and who can be your model. I think as well in the job I am in, to experience how people behave, considering different kind of situations, and of course different cultures. And for me, this job helps me as well to understand people. And when you go to Japan, you have to make even a bigger effort to understand a different culture. And it was a massive experience for me, who transformed me as well as an individual. Because when you live always in your own culture, you tend to think there's only one way to behave, there's only one way that is the right way. And when you're confronted with different kind of cultures, it opens your mind, you become more tolerant with different behavior of people. And I believe it was a fantastic experience collectively, because on the football side it was very interesting, but personally as well. Yes, I believe that in my experience, the economical power always attracts the football power. Why? Because the dominance in history, even the language dominates, is the dominating of the most dominating economical country. Football follows, professional football follows the economical power. It's mathematical, you know. So, but to be successful in a country, you need an elite, and you need the basis of your own country. It's like you want to build a forest. If you take only trees from Europe, the forest will never grow. But you need some trees of your own country adapted to, and therefore it's important that you bring some great players, create an elite, but that the basis comes from your own country through education. And I believe that every time I come, football develops very fast in Asia, and especially in China. You feel that. Basically, even physically, you feel there's more and more demand for football, and I'm sure in 10, 15 years, China will be a force in football. I believe Japan. Japan is already a force in the world. We spoke about Japan. I started there 95, and they started the professional league in 93. But they had a good youth setup, and look where they are now. It's only 15 years later. So you have to calculate that once you start a professional league and good education with the youth, 10 to 15 years to become a force. And who else does that in Asia? I don't know well enough what kind of work they do with the youth. But I know that Thailand works well, that Vietnam works very well as well with young players. So it will be interesting to see how they develop.